Hi, it's Lauren. Welcome back to my craft room. I'm so happy to have you here today. I'm doing a new color and chat video, and this month I'm featuring Heffy Doodle's brand new stamp set called Be Hoppy. They have these adorable little frogs or toads on in this stamp set. So I've created a coloring guide with 3 different kinds of frog or toad colors that I think make really cute looking frogs or toads. So I have my 3 little images stamped out here, and I'm just going to go through the coloring of each different kind of color family of the frogs. And obviously you can mix and match your greens to even do a darker frog with a lighter tummy, or vice versa, or maybe make it a rainbow tree frog where they have those like crazy colors because they're poisonous. um, but I just wanted to have some fun with different shades of greens, and this is a really basic coloring guide. Every little frog or toad here has just a 2 color scheme, so a very basic beginner tutorial. I am starting with my frog that's like mid jump, and I did this with a lighter, more yellow green set of colors. So the darker shade for this frog is GY3 and the lighter shade is GY4. Again, very simple coloring for this coloring guide. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see something a little more detailed, I guess, for these frogs. Maybe 3 colors, or maybe like a darker color body with a lighter color tummy, or maybe you'd like to do one of those tree frogs that are brightly colored. Just leave me a comment. I would definitely do another video with this stamp set. And I'll include a coloring portion of that video if that's something that you guys would like to see. So my next frog, I'm using darker GY colors. I'm going for more of a toad look. It makes me think of those, dark green bumpy little toads. So I'm using GY42 as the dark shade and GY8 as the lighter shade. And I actually go over twice with the GY8, just adding a little bit darker to the stomach and just creating more shadow around my little toad, because I want it to look like that deep kind of olive avocado tone green. And then my last frog, I'm going with kind of a more bluey than yellow green, and I'm using G1 as the darker shade, and then I will bring in G3 as the lighter shade. And just wanted again to show some different colors you could do. To me, this looks very much like a traditional green frog. This one and the jumping one, kind of depending on the color scheme you're going with for your project. But I hope that this tutorial is useful to you. Maybe try some different color frogs and different color scheme to your cards or projects. But here is what they look like, just colored in with those 2 tones, no additional details, and they look so cute. I really love them. But I'm going to zoom in even more now, and I'm going to show how you can add a little more details. So I'm starting with adding pink cheeks, which is, I mean, if you've seen any critter on any project I've ever done, they most likely have pink cheeks. And I went with R22, which is definitely a brighter pink than I normally would do for the cheeks, but because I'm adding that ink on top of the green, it's definitely going to dull it out a little. So I went with a brighter pink for the cheeks. Now I'm just adding some little dots to create a little bit of texture on my frogs. It depends on, I guess, if you like the smooth look or if you want to add a little bit more to add texture to your frogs. Like, I definitely want to add them to my toad because my toad is lumpy and bumpy. So I brought in a brown and also a dark green. So for my hopping frog, I used GY5 and GY3. For my toad, I used YR92 and GY42. And then for my bright green, we'll say this one's more of a tree frog, I'm bringing in GY43 and G1. So I just layered over those dots with a lighter color, and it just kind of helps spread out that color a bit and create some fun texture on the frogs. Now, if you want to go one step further and add some white highlights, I'm showing that as well in this video. I'm actually using a gel pen that is a 10, so it's a little bit thicker of a line or of a ink mark coming out of the gel pen. And I'm just adding some highlights here and there around the frogs and toads, just however I think the light would be shining off their weirdly shiny skin that frogs and toads have. I'm not a big amphibian person. Yeah. But anyway, these frogs I could get down with. They're so cute. And I love having those little like white highlights on my frogs. I think they just turned out really cute looking. So here is an example of where I use kind of that more darker olive green tone, and then I added in a little bit lighter to the tummies, but I just wanted you to see how you could use these frogs on a card from the brand new Be Hoppy stamp and coordinating dies from Heffy Doodle, and I also used the Jump for Joy Jumbo Sentiment dies and the Heffy Doodle Build Upon dies from the new release. But again, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. You can find them on my blog or on my Instagram so you can save them to color your own frogs and toads. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll click like, and if you're new here, I hope you'll subscribe and come back. As always, you can find everything I use down below in the description box. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye!